finishing up the second best. And I'm hoping that it will be big enough, because this bear is bigger than the other one. It's the same pattern. I just added like a few more rows to this one than the other, so maybe it'll make up for that. We'll see. I tried the other bears on that one and it fit. It's just snug. So I just made it a little bit bigger. Added a little bit more to the back. I have a couple videos done. I haven't been putting out as many because there wasn't as much interesting stuff that I wanted to really put, you know, lately. This is delicious, delicious, delicious. So check out the video. I tested out the Mr. Coffee. Remember if you saw the video when we did the small haul, kids, well, their young adults came back with a Mr. Coffee, and I love making coffee out of there, and you know, the family likes coffee sometimes. So they surprised us with a coffee machine. It's a Mr. Coffee, and I don't think I ever had that brand, but we tested it out and it came out really good. And if you go by the measurements, it will taste really good. You know, I think it's like a tablespoon to a cup, I think it was like 3 tablespoons for 4 cups. So it's like a tablespoon and a half or something like that for a couple of cups. Well, something like that, but it has the instructions on there, so you just follow them, because I have been known to just make my coffee, and that was I have to tell you about this one thing. Sorry guys, I had me a nature bar, but my son, I went to visit him one time. This is when we could go to their houses and stuff like that. And it was kind of late. We were going to leave because we would go over there like in the evening and then leave like late night to go back home. And so, or early morning, he made us some coffee. And he didn't know how to make it. And it was one of those where you put the little, you can make it, the package, you know, like the little capsule things. I don't know how he made it. But anyways, he made it, and that was the thickest, blackest, strongest coffee I had ever. I don't even think in France they made it that strong, or India, because I know India, we ate with some people, friends of ours, and they had made some delicious coffee, chocolate, but it was really strong. And it's just depending on your taste, you know. And they're like, how do you like it? And we're like, oh, whatever way you want to make it's fine. But it was strong, so you know, it depends on how you make it, but this beat those. It was the strongest coffee. Don't get me wrong, the one that we had at the friend of ours house was good, but it just was, you know, we're not used to that strong taste like that. It was very strong. And but I know how I like mine, and so, but this was beyond, like, it was like thick and rich. We'll say it was rich. No, the one that we had with our friends was rich. This one was beyond drink. It was not, you can't even drink it. I think you can make like 10 cups after of pretty kind of strongish coffee after his wife came and, you know, fixed it. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I really thought he knew how to make coffee. Yes, he knows how to make coffee now, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe he learned because he's driving trucks and he does drink coffee quite often now. Because he does overnights and stuff like that. So hopefully stay safe. anyways, we are appreciative of them and all the other people out there that are really working hard to keep things running smoothly. And it's very dangerous, and we appreciate it, you know, because I go out there sometimes too to help do stuff and for food wise, and it's scary, you know. You're like, huh. Excuse me. If everybody does their part, but some people were not doing their part. You know, I saw people that were making the food and they were like, no mask or anything, and oh, it's so hot back here. But I was like, you might want to be hot, but would you rather be laying somewhere half dead? Sweat a little bit. For now, you know, they're trying to fix things, so. Anyways, this is kind of pretty, isn't it? It's like it looks like blue right there to me, but it's not. It's like a dark purple. It's not. It's kind of like, it looks blue, but it's not blue. It's purple. So anyway, I got to go to row 27 for this, and this is the back, and then we're going to add the little front part, which is going to be the best. Is that upside down? The best. And it'll start shaping in a little bit after I get to the 27th row, then we'll start shaping it in to match everything. And I think it goes this way. And then you match the corners, I believe. Right? I had a hard time, like, because the instructions aren't clear whenever you get done. And like, to make it up, you know, to make it, you do this. And I'm like, well, the sleeves look like they have long sleeves, and where are the sleeves, you know? And but eventually I figured it out, and it came out really cute. If you look back at the other video, you'll see where one of the bears is done. I'm just gonna put a little more stitches on her one leg that looks like it's, because when kids start playing with them, you don't know how they play with them. And, you know, some kids are like, they're going to take care of it where it's going to be, not take care of it, but, you know, like, they'll take care of theirs. But I mean, like, they don't, if you sleep with them even, you know, like, they love their teddy bears or whatever, you sleep with them or whatever. If it's not on there tight enough. I thought I heard some. Then it could come off, you know. So. One of my daughters is having her second child, and so we're gonna have a fresh baby in the house around November, and I am gonna be busy. I have to be busy making a lot of stuff, and it's gonna be cold then, so I'll be making some booties and blankets and all kinds of cute little things. I don't know what her theme's gonna be right now, but you know, we'll see what happens. Oops, did I change it? Yeah. But you'll see me making a lot of things. You know, hopefully everything will work out okay. The baby will be safe and healthy and everything. But I just got through giving her a little brunch. That might be my fish. I'm hearing something like, I'm going to give them their shrimp. So look on the videos, because I have a video of them. Cherish is the one that had the ammonia burns. Is looking better. You know, it's kind of fading out, but I thought it would be gone, you know, by now, but I don't know how long it takes. I guess it depends on how quickly they heal, and I've been changing the water, you know, every day. I'm just debating if I'm going to change it today. I'm just looking at it and seeing. I think I will, but just to keep the levels good. I'm just going to do it for a little while and see what happens. But anyways, she's doing better. You see what I'm doing here? I'm just knitting all the rows so you can get that garnet stitch. So there, the bears are the garnet stitch. Their jackets are the garnet stitch. You could do stockinette. Stockinette tends to curl, but once you knit it together as a vest and you put it on them, it should be fine. Because it's going to curl onto the body or whatever. But trying to think of what else. But everything's going pretty good. No, it's not. I'm going to say it's not. And the reason I'm saying it's not is because I should have been done with these. I should have been done with these vests. I went out and spent the whole day on the lawn. And I'll end up having to do it again probably in the middle of next week, because I'm going to try and do it twice a week. Like I saw, there's somebody on there that does lawns. Next time I do it, I will shout out and let you know who he is, because he's good with lawns. You know, I don't mind doing that because he's helping me, so I want you to be helped too and go to the right channels if you need that help. But he says to cut it 2 times a week, you know, and that way and then to cut it, like I knew for some reason you're not supposed to cut it way low, like really, really low. So I've been telling my son, you know, don't cut it too low, and he didn't. And then it was correct, because he's saying that the blades of the grass have to reach, the sun has to reach certain parts of the grass in order for it to nourish it from the sun and so forth. And there's a lot going on. He was explaining everything. But he was saying to irrigate it, and we don't irrigate our lawn. I do water it. But I can see why he said irrigation is, because he's in Florida, I believe. Irrigation is good because, you know, it saturates the ground and it has time to really seep in there. I just water mine. I try and do it when it's not sunshine, isn't bright on the sun, on the grass, because I hear that burns it too. Maybe that's a myth. I'll have to dig in his channel a little bit more and see, you know. Anyways, that's all that's going on for today. I got a couple videos. I've been like a little bit behind on some of my videos because, you know, I've been doing a couple other things, which is no excuse, because I want to make sure I have enough for you guys out there. I've been trying to make them a little lengthier and more information about certain things that I want you guys to be able to enjoy. I think this summer we're going to be doing some challenges. I really want to do it. I've been wanting to do challenges for a while, but I'm like, what kind of challenges do we do that's not dangerous? Wait a minute. It's 21. I was like, what? I had it on 11. I was moving the wrong one, but because I know it's getting towards the 27th road to where it's wrong, guys. But if you need to count your rows, you can. But I have that counter right there so I can make sure. But I'm thinking, Stony, that's his name, that does the eating challenges. I don't know if I can do anything like that. I don't know if anybody in the family would like to do that. Try and do some of the ones that he's done, because I don't know, he's a little guy, but he can eat and have it gone. Some things he has not made the challenge, but most of them, I'd say you can count them on your hand, the ones he hasn't. But he's pretty good, and he does pretty good. Those are the eating challenges. I don't know what to do. I don't like to do the hot challenges really, because I'm okay with heat. But I'm not going to try those hot peppers, the ghost ones and all them kind of things, because I could just see myself, something negative happening to me. Because it looks scary. Like people were like, do you need me to call the ambulance? And I'm like, I don't think I want to try that one. You know, they're really going for it. Unless I know, I mean, I'll do some serious research and see. And I got a nurse that's in the family. And So I'd ask her, what is the best thing to cool off your mouth if you eat something really, really hot? Because even if you look online, they say milk and all that kind of thing, and it did not help them. It did not help them. So, and they tried popsicles. They said those were better. Ice was better. So it depends on, I think, probably your own tongue. But we'll see. Before we do anything like that, I'm going to make sure we know how to cool it off quick. And then that will be the end of the challenge, because once you start getting the ice and all that, whatever you're going to use, that's it. You've killed it. It's like, that's the end of your challenge, because you lost. Or, I'm trying to think of toothpick challenge, like building something, you know, like the highest something, you know, those kind of things. It would be fun. Something sensible. I guess they don't want sensible on this YouTube, the ones that are watching it, but I'll cater to the ones that are sensible. I'm cool with that. Might not get as many views, but I'm alright with that. Put my family in jeopardy for views. No thank you. So that's why I would research it and be like, okay, now we can cool ourselves off. But it makes it funny too sometimes. But it's not funny if a person is in pain and tortured by a certain challenge, right? But just the reactions of people, sometimes it is funny. It could make you laugh. But I have a comedian in the family too. They actually had a comedy club and everything. So I might have them do some stand-up on here one day. Man, he is funny. So we'll see what happens, you know, from here on. We'll have some good things coming up. Have to be creative. Oh, and this was weird. I've never seen this before, okay? So I guess since the COVID-19 has been around, people might lose their lives. You know, a lot of people have lost their lives. And they've had Facebook. And I was looking on Facebook, and it popped up, and they were like, what would you like to do with your Facebook channel in case of your death? And I put, destroy it, delete, because I don't need anybody. If I'm dead, I don't want somebody keeping my channel alive. For what reason, you know? It's kind of eerie to me. It is, because I had a couple people on there, you know, even my brother, he died, and I looked on there, his channel's still on there, but I don't know if they knew to take it off or just leave it or whatever, but because they didn't have that on there before. I've never seen that. So it's still on there. Nothing is being done on it, of course, but it's just weird knowing the person's dead and your Facebook is still on there, the person is gone, you know. It's okay though if people are updating it and memorizing, like this is when this, memorializing, like this is when they died, and then a year later they show something or whatever, maybe memory videos or whatever. But I don't see the point in mine being on there if I die, because I rarely go on there these days. I used to be on there all the time. It used to be a thing, because I knew somebody, a good friend that was in another country. You know, they were in India. And they were nice, really nice person. And I actually talked to them on Skype and everything, and they were really cool. And two people that I knew from India. And they called me on the Skype, I called them. And then I knew one person in, was it Iran? I talked to them too, and the guy had a lot of chickens. He was like showing me all these chickens. Do you want some? And I was like, this was before this happened, so you could probably ship them if you wanted them. They're pigeons. He raised pigeons. He asked me if I wanted some pigeons, and I said no. But apparently it was really popular over there. What was it? Was it Turkey? It was Turkey. and they started having fights over there, and so he was no longer on the, it was his friend that was offering the pigeons, and there was nobody any longer on the, he stopped going on there because they had war, and I'm sure everybody had to, you know, disperse whatever they were going to do. But he was really nice. It was really cool seeing people in another part country, and they were like, the backgrounds were different. They're like, one of them, their mom would come out and he would be like, she would, you know, he was an older person, not old, but like middle-aged, no, early 20s, I think. And his mom would come out and talk to him. He was a rapper, but he did it in his language, rapped in his language. Not the one from Turkey, but the one from Iraq. I mean, from India. I think his name was Viran, or I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. I don't remember. But I just took everybody off of my Facebook that I didn't really honestly know well, because, you know, I started going back to the meetings and everything for the Kingdom Hall, and I'm like, I can't be. That's why I don't want my I don't want nobody doing nothing with my Facebook, because who knows what I was saying on there, on some of those messages that don't erase later on, you know. I'd be like, eee. So it was amazing, amazing journey, but it's not a good life if you're being a person that's following the Bible standards and everything. So I just have, you know, changed a lot, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, and I don't need to rehash any of that nonsense. Nice people, but, you know, I really didn't know them very well. I knew them, but not really, because they're in a totally different country. They could be telling you who knows what. I believe one of the guys that I knew, he got married, had a little baby, so cute, adorable, 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 adorable little family, beautiful. But just, you know, you gotta be careful. I wanted to go visit too. I was like, I want to go, and they kept telling me, come down, you know, and visit, and I'll show you this whole place and everything. And I was gonna do it, you know, I was really gonna do it. And then my mom's like, if you go down there, you know you're not gonna come back. And in my mind, I was like, I probably will like it a lot, but you gotta adjust to different things there too, you know. But I could adjust, because I like things. I like simple things. I like elaborate things. I like, you know, I could adjust. You know, if I have to, I could. And if I want to, I could. So I didn't mind. It just looked nice. I wanted to go see the street food. And I like to see that. You know, like they're out. You could probably, like, I don't know if you've come to California and you've been to Universal City Walk. It's kind of like a street food type atmosphere, or you go to Chinatown. Well, not really Chinatown, but Universal City Walk, because everybody's cooking out. I don't think they're doing it now, but around, and, you know, you can walk and see food here or there. You can smell the smells and try whatever kind. They have kebabs, all kinds of things, just excuse me. All kinds of different things you can try. Excuse me. Oops, it's not going that way. Oops. Yeah, so it's kind of like what I would imagine, but it might be way more beautiful if I were to go over there, because it looked like, I mean, people are waiting for the food. It must be really good. I'm like, I already know what kind of food I would like to try. I would have done research on the ones that I want, because the person I was conversing with about going down there. They knew the place. Well, they lived there, of course. They knew it, and they were telling me all these different foods and fruits, and ooh, it just, I would have been in my world. I would have had to wear, like, you wear conservative things because you respect their country. In the area I was going, you know, and I don't think they were covering the head over there, like the, I don't think so. But you wear, like, you don't wear, like, fancy, I mean, short dresses or low cut, you know, in the front. And you shouldn't do that anyways, anywhere. I don't believe that you should. Because, first of all, I have done that where I had a video, and I just went through some of my pictures on Facebook. That's how I found out about that. And I've seen some of my pictures. I'm like, what in the world was I thinking? Is that right? Showing all that flesh, you know? I'm like, oh, whoa. So I just kind of like deleted the ones that were inappropriate. Which wasn't a whole lot of them, but it was like some of them you're like, why are you doing that? What kind of, but I already knew why I was doing it. Because I wasn't thinking the way that a person who represents the creator would think. I was just thinking like worldly ways and stuff like that. That's what I was thinking at that time. And I was like, nope, I'm trying to talk about me. So I took those off. Okay, so we're on 27, and I might have to do something different on that one, but anyways, so far so good. Looking blue, but it's deep purple. It's really, really purple. So it's not what it seems. Anyways, check out the videos, and I will discuss some more about what I was talking about in a little bit. I don't know how to pause this, so I won't be able to come back to it right now, but I might continue. So, excuse me, you can listen for more, and I'll let you know what happened with that particular situation. Did I go to India? Did I not? Obviously I didn't, because I'm probably pretty sure I would be going back and forth, or I would have been there when this thing broke out or something, and I would probably have stayed there. I think I would have liked it, because I lived in the Philippines before, and it was okay. You know, I really liked it. I liked the rain. They had a lot of rain. We lived there for about a year. My dad was in the Air Force, so we were over there. He was stationed over in Manila. And I remember my mom used to make us clothes. That's where I learned a lot of my sewing from my mom and my dad. I have some material I'll show you. If you look at the videos, you'll see some material that I got from her. It's from Thailand. Do I have both of them? Oh no. I think some of it's not there anymore. But I'm gonna think about it, because something happened with our storage. And so anyways, there was something really beautiful. It was like a silk. I was making a shirt out of it too, and she gave me. But anyways, I do have one other thing of material that I'm keeping, and I'm gonna make something really beautiful with it. I made a curtain that you just fold it, and it's not cut in any kind of way, so that way I can make something else with it later. I just use it to just show off the material. It's really beautiful. Kind of like changes color when you look at it. Like, I forgot what it's called, but she told me. But anyways, yeah, we lived there, and I enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed the weather, and I might have talked about it on one of the videos about this dog that we had. Jumped the fence when we left. My brother's the only one who went to school over there, because he was the oldest. But I just remember eating sweet pickles, sitting on the couch, and there was a young guy that cleaned the house and helped my mom. Was she pregnant at the time? I think she was pregnant with my youngest brother. I don't remember. Something was going on like that. And That's when I first tasted the plantain cooked like that over there. It was weird. And then we had to buy water. Like, they talk about water, like go buy a bottle of water, because I know I got a tapeworm when I was really little, but it passed. Of course you don't want to hear that, but it didn't happen. And I was drinking, I think I somehow drank the water or ate something. I don't know how it happened. It could be in the food, because they, you know, they're used to being, you know, in their own home. And just like right now, when they're talking about this virus, you don't know what, if you're not doing proper hygiene, then you don't know what can happen. Or it could have been that we touched something, some fruit that had it or whatever. We don't know, you know, how that happened. But anyways, I was thinking about the water, how they're like, well, you know, don't drink the water. Don't drink the water here. It's not just being somewhere in another country. Don't drink the water. Do not drink it here, because they may put bleach in it or whatever, but it's still, don't drink it. I wouldn't. Get a bottle of water. Get a filter. Do not drink it. There's no water safe. So, anyways, I'm gonna go because I have to finish this up. I gotta go get the rest of the pattern. It's on this tablet that I am recording on, and finish this up, and then start on the other one, get it done, and then my daughter's gonna make cookies. We're gonna put the box together, and then we're gonna drop it off, and I will record as we're going there, and then if they go on Zoom and show their reaction, I would love to put it on here. We'll see what happens from there. All right, guys, you have a good day. Thank you, subscribers, and we'll see you in the next video.